Hey everybody, it's Captain Shane, and I got a little bit of airplane repo for you today. Not repossession, but relocation, or reposition. This MD-11 that I'm flying today has been sitting on the ground at Dallas-Fort Worth in our system for about 3 weeks. So I figured I would move it back to Louisville because there's basically almost no MD-11s there right now. They're all out at the different spokes of the hub. So we're going to fly this one back. Kind of bad weather in Dallas. You can see the ground is wet. There's storms off to the west. I'll show you that in a second. Let's go over the flight plan and everything real quick. So real quick, look at the weather. We have very large convective activity to the west of Dallas, and there's a little bit of it here. Watch this. It's kind of a pretty big storm off near Abilene, but there's a little bit of it that's over the airport now, and that's where the rain's coming from. Is this stuff right here. And this is the current configuration of the weather. Our departure will more or less dodge it, so I don't anticipate any major issues getting out of here. We're going to be using runway 36 left today, and we're going to be on the ZAC 4 departure. That's an RNAV departure. Instructions are climb heading at 356 to intercept course 004 to cross Cousin at or above 5,000. Then on track 82 to cross Fezter above 7,000. Then to Zerlu and his file. We'll be going over Memphis Center and coming into Louisville on the MBEL 5 or RNAV arrival. For this flight, we've got 49,000 pounds of fuel aboard, cost index 61, so a Mach number about 8.82 something, 825. Flight level 350 cruise, cargo weight is 177.4, so pretty full load tonight. Alright, so you have your departure brief, right? So we're taking the MBEL, the ZAC 4 as briefed from runway 36 left. So, without further ado, let's get fired up. Let's do before start checklist. Alright, status page. On engine. APU is already on. Doors and windows are closed. Oxide pump 1 on. APU power on. External power off. Parking brake set. Wheel chocks removed. Ground power unit removed. Beacon light on. APU bleed is on. Engine ignition, we're going to use ignition A. Push start clearance. We'll go ahead and call Dallas traffic now. There's no ATC on here at the moment, so we're going to be... Hello, Nanny Ray. We're going to be just using Unicom. So let me go ahead and make sure everybody knows what we're doing. Forward traffic UPS 2103 heavy, push and start on the north cargo ramp, tail facing west. Okay, let's call the tug.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Gonna be here, and then another turn about there. That's gonna be kind of hard for the tug to do, but I'm sure they'll get it done.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Cool. Let's watch this guy show up.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
You're clear to connect.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake released.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Alright, crew. Click for engine start. Let's do it. Starting engine 3. But now, light on. Okay, and 2. Oil pressure. %. Fuel on. Okay, and 1 EGT fuel flow. Button in, light out. Alright, starting 1. Button out, light on. And 2. Oil pressure. Okay, there's 15%. Fuel on. Fuel flow, EGT, and 1. Man, look how close we get to that edge. This is a good tug driver, huh? Didn't take out any taxi lights. Alright, starting 2. But now, light on. Hey, Lucas Dempsey, nice to meet you. I don't think I've ever seen you here before. I hope you're going to join us for a flight to Louisville from Dallas. Alright, we got we got oil pressure, 15%, fuel on, fuel flow, EGT. Button in, light out. Alright, looks like a good start on all 3. After start checklist, engine and wing anti-ice not required, outside air temperatures 31 Celsius.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake set. Alright, APU bleed.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
APU is off, and we're waiting for the ground signal. Alright, so let's take a quick look at our taxi route here as we wait for the guy to disconnect. So we're got kind of a long taxi here, so we're over at the north cargo ramp, and we're going to take Charlie all the way down to Whiskey Romeo, and we're going to take full length on 36 left. The D rate we're using is Flex 60 today, which is pretty low. So this is kind of a pretty D-rated takeoff, so we're going to have a longer takeoff run, but we have a long runway, and we're not very heavy, so that's fine.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Alright, we'll see you on the right. Alright, let's wait for the tug to come into view. There's the tug. And there's our signal. Okay. Taxi checklist. Flaps and slats. Flaps 15. Spoiler handle. Armed. Stab trim. Okay, we're going to set 5.7 aircraft nose up. Okay. Takeoff data. V speeds 141 V1, 161 rotate, 165 V2, climb out speed.
Forward traffic, American 2234 heavy, turn in base 36 right, Dallas Fort Worth.
Alright, so for your takeoff departure brief, we've already briefed the ZAC 4 RNAV departure. And we can see here that we've got the crossing restrictions are already loaded up here. 5 and 7. In case of an engine failure, we're going to stop on the runway below V1, and we'll exit if able and taxi back to the north cargo ramp. In the event of an engine failure or anything other alerts after V1, we're going to continue take off and plan to come back and land on 36 right. 36 right. Okay, radar set 2.5 degrees up. Transponder. Right here. TARA. Nose light. We'll leave it off. Status page. I'm gonna put that on config. Taxi clearance. Forward traffic UPS 2103 heavy taxi 36 left via Charlie Whiskey Romeo Dallas. All right, crew, let's go. So we'll give her a little bit of juice here. All right, nozzle steering checks left, checks right, brakes checked. All right, let's get through this turn and then we'll go ahead and check our flight controls after that. A little bit of rain. I'm not gonna turn the windshield wipers on at this time though. So on this flight, we're not only flying it, but I'm doing a bit of flight testing as well. I've been working on the flight model for this Rotate MD-11 for a while, and it's a work in progress all the time. Every time I fix one thing, I feel like there's something else I gotta fix. So one thing I'm testing out here is a rolling friction. So I found that the aircraft was accelerating way too much on the ground, so I've increased the rolling friction coefficients of this plane so that it's not taking off on me all the time. And so far, I'm kind of liking it. You notice that we're at idle? Okay, well, actually, maybe I turned it up a little too much. So, rolling friction coefficient might be a little bit too low. Or too high now. I'll have to make an adjustment to that. Okay, got some turns to make here. I'm using the throttles to help. I'm going to cut the corner on this thing or else we're going to really be having a hard time with it. Okay, there we go. So there's a, if you look straight ahead, you'll notice there's a little bit of an uphill slope. I don't know if that's indicative to the real Dallas-Fort Worth, if it's just a X-plane scenery thing, but we're going uphill a little bit, so I have to add some power to get up the hill. Taxi speed, I want to keep it on this high-speed taxiway between 25 and 30 knots maximum, no more. All right, flight control check. Let's do it now. Ailerons left, 3 green. Ailerons right, 3 green. Elevators up, 2 green. Elevators down, 2 green. Rudder left, 2 green. Rudder right, 2 green. All right, flight controls are checked free and clear. Put that back on engine. I believe we're on the downhill slope of this thing now. Nice sunset today, huh? Clouds and all that. I think I'll use the center engine to control the taxi speed here. I got engines 1 and 3 at idle. And I'm using engine 2 to add a little bit of speed to the taxi here. Whenever possible, I prefer to use the number 2 engine for ground maneuvering because it's higher up and it has a less chance of hitting quad. If you take a look. Alright, let's go idle on 2. Okay, before takeoff checklist. Status page. Set to engine. Check. The EAD, which is the engine and alert display, is green box, which means we are in takeoff configuration and there's no alerts. Alright, getting a little fast here. On the brakes. Exterior lights. We can go ahead and do those now. There's nobody really out here, so. Let's go. Landing lights, takeoff lights, runway turn off, and strobes are all on. Radar. I think we can turn that on now too, but we're not going to irradiate anybody.
For traffic, American 1222, turning right base, runway 35 center, forward.
Okay, we have an aircraft on final. I think that's on 36 right?
And ULS traffic, American 2234 heavy, 5 mile final, 36 right.
Yeah, 36 right. And we're going to be taking off at 36 left. Alright, I'm on the brakes a little bit because we're picking up some speed on this downhill slope. A fun little trick with this MD-11 that I found out, if you put the center engine in reverse, it helps slow you down a little bit. Can you not hear? Can you not hear the cockpit? You should be hearing everything. Let me see. You may need to turn your speakers up. I'm showing let's see, properties. Yeah, you should be hearing what I'm hearing. Turn your speakers up a little bit. Alright, let's watch this American Airlines guy land. Let's see if he's any good.
American 2325, Dallas Fort Worth traffic,
Ooh,
departing runway
green
35
lane.
left.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. Oh, I was too busy looking at airplanes. I need to make this turn here. I give that landing 8 out of 10.
Thank you. The real question is, what was the landing rate? We'll have to see.
And Dallas Fort Worth traffic, UPS 2103, departing runway 36 left on the Zach 4 departure. Okay, crew.
UPS aircraft, let me know when you're above 5,000 on the approacher.
Alright, we'll let you know when we're through 5,000 feet. Alright,
For traffic, American 1222, 10 mile final, runway 35 center, Fort Worth.
okay, let's go nav arm, profile arm.
American traffic, which runway? 35 center. Alright, I just want to make sure you didn't do 35 left.
Alright, crew. We'll keep it rolling here.
Landing rate was 222.
Eh.
Gotta beat the negative 40 I put down a little while ago. I don't know if I can do that.
Alright, crew, let's go. Bring the power up. Stabilized. Let's go auto flight and takeoff thrust. Thrust set. Knots, clamp. one. Rotate.
Forward traffic, American
Also,
Tower
right
32,
there.
short final runway 35, Fort Worth.
Forward traffic, UPS 2103 clear, 36 left. Okay, crew, my aircraft, I'm flying it.
UPS, I'll wait for you since you're taking a right. I'm going left.
Roger. Okay, there's our climb thrust. Alright, speed checks, flaps retract. Okay, well, we're climbing good here. We need to get above Cousin. We need to be above 5,000 feet there. Okay, there is our climb. There's our acceleration altitude. Pitch the nose down a little bit. Nose down trim. And coming up on slat retract. Alright, speed checks for slats retract. Yeah, we should have no problems making Cousin at 5,000 feet.
DFW traffic, American 2234, taxiing to Charlie Terminal via Yankee Kilo, DFW. American 1232, beautiful line, thanks, sir.
And whoever was asking, this is UPS 2103. We're climbing through 5,000 now.
Copy, thank you, American 2325, Dallas Fort traffic, departing runway 35 left.
Okay, coming right, crew.
Forward traffic, American 1232, vacating runway 35 center, forward.
That voice sounds familiar. Who is that?
Which one?
Yeah, they just talked. That you, Richard?
No.
Oh, never mind. Okay, coming right. Okay, getting a little slow, pitching the nose down. She's flying really good today. Look at that.
Forward traffic, American 1232,
Holding
taxi
at
parking
250.
via Mike 2, cross 35 left, Echo Juliet, Fort Worth.
Alright, there's 10,000 feet. I'm gonna let the autopilot take it now. That was very fun. Where is Fort Worth? So there it is. We came out, made a nice gradual right-hand turn. Autopilot's flying it now. We're pitching for 336 at climb thrust. Alright, let's do our after takeoff checklist now. Landing gear up, lights out. Spoiler handle. Disarmed. Auto brakes. Off. Flaps and slats are up, retracted. Flap takeoff selector. Flaps 15. EAD is checked with no alerts. Exterior lights, let's go. Taxi lights, landing lights, runway turn-off lights are off. Altimeters to the line. Waiting on 18,000 feet. Well, real pilots use a thing called level D simulators, and those are full motion. So it's basically a full cockpit with all the buttons and knobs and controls working, and it moves. It's got actuators and it moves around, so they can kind of feel the pitch and the turn of the airplane. And
Fort traffic, American 1232, crossing runway 35 west at Echo Juliet, Fort Worth.
And I'm pretty sure the fidelity of the flight models in there are a little bit better than this. So this isn't quite commercial grade. This is still for home use.
American 2325, clear DFW. You all have a great rest of your day. Happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day.
All right. Switching over to Unicom now. We're done with Dallas. We don't need to be talking anymore. Weird hazy situation going on here. I put my sunglasses on. Alright, let's take a look at our track on VATSIM radar, see how that's looking. Alright. Here's our track on VATSIM radar. We just took off, and everything you see here is what I flew by hand. So this is our takeoff, this is the turn, and right about here is where I put the autopilot on. So I flew it up to 10,000 feet. Whoa. There's 18,000 feet, so let's go standard. Altimeter set, and that is the after takeoff checklist complete. Okay, coming left. Alright, I think it's time for some music. Put on the old lo-fi chilled beats here. Break up the monotony. There you go. Hopefully you can hear that. Creed? Oh, I can't. I can't play Creed music on the stream. I'll get a copyright strike. You can't play their music, you can't just play their music, they'll come after you if you do that. I gotta play music that's free, or they'll take all my YouTube pennies away. we'll see what the old Navigraph says. Alright. It's looking like we might have some weather up ahead near Little Rock. We'll see what that looks like as we get in there. But Louisville's looking pretty clear right now. Okay, looks like I see some company traffic here flying into Houston. What the heck's going on back there? What are they doing back there? Let's talk to our company traffic and see what's up with him. Where's he at again? Let me see. UPS 144. Okay. Climbing to flight level 340 for 350. Should be 1,000 to go coming up here in a second. There it is. Okay, altitude capture should be happening here pretty quick. There it is. And we are cruising. Patrick Barton, hello. DFW. Here, actually, Patrick, let's see, I'm about to leave to head home. I have to do DFW to Ontario. You might want to be careful. Let me show you something. All right, watch this. This is Dallas, right? Watch the weather. See this? You have a major cell near Abilene, and that's right on your route. Back to Ontario, so be very careful when you take off. Plan around that. So typically when you leave Dallas, you're going to take off to the north and you're going to turn west. It's just taking off to the north, but you got this major cell and it's kind of moving northeast. So be very careful if you're going to do that. If you can, deviate north a bit to get through that. You don't want to fly through that crap. Yeah, when I took off, it was raining at Dallas, but as you can see, there's just a little bit of convective activity there. But the big stuff is to the west on the way to Ontario, which is obviously over here. So be careful. Alright, looking good. Look at that sunset. Ooh, I gotta get a screenshot of that. Beautiful. I don't see that storm going away in an hour, man. Just be careful. Actually, Patrick, I don't think you're going to be flying anything out of Dallas. I just took the only MD-11 that was there, I think. So I don't think you're flying out of Dallas. Here, let's take a look. I'll show you what your options are, because I think I took your MD-11. I didn't know. It's been sitting there for 3 weeks, so I decided to fly it. Let me show you what your options are. If you're trying to fly an MD-11, well, what kind of aircraft are you flying? Let me ask you that. Before I say anything, are you trying to fly an MD-11 or something else? Because if you're flying anything but an MD-11, you'll be fine. Oh, 757. Oh, okay. Well, let's see what they got there. Let's pick you out a good one, okay? Let's find you the best best one we got. All right. So let's see. Dallas Fort Worth. There's 4 of them there. Unless this is the one you've already booked. Do you recall what tail number you booked? Maybe this is you. Yeah, it's probably, and that's the one you probably got then. Okay, well, let's take a look at that aircraft, see if it's any good for you. Aircraft history. It was flown last on 8/20 from Miami to Dallas. That's cool. Yeah, it was flown about 10 days, 11 days ago. It's got 122 hours on it in the airline. That doesn't mean it, you know, it's only has 60 flights since 2014. These 757s don't get enough love, man, I tell you what. Yeah, I really like flying the 757. I've been flying it a lot myself, so nothing wrong with it at all. Well, I'm not sure I'm not sure what routes they got down there. Here, well, let's take a look. Let's see what there is for going into South America. UPS 212. All right. Let's take a look and see what kind of flights are available. I guess your hub is Dallas, right? So let's go. Flight Operations Center. Yeah, all right. So from Dallas, you're only going to get as far as Guadalajara. I don't think they go down there. Maybe FedEx does, but at least from there we don't. Maybe there's maybe from a different hub they go down that way. I don't know. Yeah, no idea. I don't go down. I don't fly in South America, and I really don't have any desire to be honest with you. So. Oh, yeah. Well, it's not a ferry flight, it's a revenue flight. I got 177,000 pounds of cargo aboard, so. It's just, this MD-11 had been sitting at, it'd been sitting at Dallas for so long. I just figured I'd take it back to Louisville, because there's almost no MD-11s at Louisville right now. They're all farmed out. Look at this. I don't know what's going on with our pilots right now. I don't like this, but take a look at this. Oh, not that. Aircraft hangar. McDonnell Douglas MD-11F. We have 39, right? And we got a bunch of these random places like Newark, Atlanta, Charlotte, Miami, Oakland, PDX, which actually that sounds kind of fun. I like Portland, Pittsburgh, San Antonio, and only one MD-11 at Louisville, which is our main hub. So look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 MD-11s at Anchorage. That is way too many. People need to start flying these things out of here. 3 in Hawaii. I mean, come on. What's going on here? One of them has been sitting in Honolulu for 2 weeks. I may fly that one home tonight, just to get it back to Louisville. Yeah, well, I'm about to bring another one in, so hopefully somebody else can use it. There's just too many scattered at all these little spokes. Uh-oh. Memphis Center wants me to talk to them. Let's turn off the music for a minute. Let's talk to center. So 13255. All right, let's see here.
915, go ahead.
We'll be giving via vectors, or you want to go to CT now,
What did you? It's definitely not going to be direct Zootsie. If you would like, I can give you direct Mass P now, but you're going to need to do the procedure turn. If you would like that, I can. Otherwise, it will be vector.
We'll give vectors now,
Roger.
Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. Wrong button. Okay, let's try this again. Memphis Center, good evening. UPS 2103 Heavy with you. Flight level 350, approximately 80 nautical miles southwest of Little Rock.
UPS 2103, Memphis Center, hello. Radar contact.
I meant to hit the key my mic and I disconnected the autopilot instead. Oops. Yeah, it's possible, but I'm after I land in Louisville, I'm gonna be out for a little while because I need to go eat dinner. It's gonna be about 7:30 by the time I land there, maybe a little sooner. So I'd be available. It'd be a bit later tonight. Okay, and don't forget you can also use mine or you can use the UPS Discord. That might be better for you because that's where all the UPS pilots are, and the management can help you with your questions. And they'll probably respond faster than I can, especially if it's like system related. I would actually ask you questions in the general chat up there. That's just my recommendation, though.
Number 4491 Fox, return left heading 190, vectors for the RNAV runway 34 right approach, descend to maintain 7,000.
Alright, well, left heading turn 190, now 7,000 now, box front.
Alright, I think we can turn our music back on. There we go.
Alaska 481, contact Kansas City Center 125.72, see ya. 2572, Alaska 481, see ya.
Alright, let's take a look at our progress on Navigraph. Coming up on Little Rock here. And then we got quite a stretch from Little Rock to Bumpy, and that is the the transition to get onto this MD-11 RNAV arrival. Alright, and let's take a look at the weather at Louisville. So arriving 35 left and right. Wind is 010 at 11 knots, so almost down the runway. Few clouds at 30,000, so basically clear. Altimeter 3018. Alright, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Should be good weather going into Louisville. So we got Little Rock coming up in 4 minutes. One thing I'd like to do is a fuel check here. Alright, so when we pass Little Rock, we should have 31,100 pounds of fuel aboard. So let's do a little check on that. So 31.1. When we cross Little Rock, 3 minutes away. So what I'll do is I'll go leave that there, and we'll turn on the fuel page. Right now we've got 32.3 aboard, and we want 31.1 or more when we cross Little Rock. Hey Pigeon, nice to see you. And I like to do these cross checks every now and then just to make sure that we don't have a fuel leak, or maybe our math was really wrong on the fuel planning and we didn't get it right. Because I've noticed that this progress page, it's constantly updating. So just because it says 21.3 now, it doesn't mean it's going to be 21.3 when you get to Louisville. It could be more or less. So I kind of like to know what I'm going to have as I'm coming in there, as I cross each fix. So it's kind of a predictor of whether or not our progress page is telling us the truth here. And just looking at what I'm seeing here, we're burning a little under 15,000 pounds of fuel an hour. So that's what? Let's see, divided by, that's 5,000 pounds every 20 minutes. So that should be 500 pounds every minute, right? Something like that. Alright, so as we cross Little Rock, we'll validate the fuel on board with what we should have when we cross it.
United 1719, leave my airspace to the south. Fort Worth is closed. Radar service terminated. Change advisory approved.
Urban 22.8 for United, section 18, have a good night.
Alright. We're getting pretty close here to Little Rock, so we got 7 nautical miles to go. 31.7 aboard. We'll see what happens when we cross it, but I think we're going to be almost dead on, which is great. Okay, slight turn here as we start crossing Little Rock. Alright, and here we go. Little Rock. 31.5, and flight plan said we should have had 31.1. So our fuel planning is absolutely dead on right now. 200 pounds off, 300 pounds off. That's awesome. So we should be landing with almost the exact amount of fuel when we get there. That's great. I like to carry a 20,000 pound reserve on the MD-11. That might be a little excessive for domestic flights, but it's just what I like to do. So I like to have plenty of contingency fuel in case I need to, do something different. Memphis Center's awfully quiet tonight. Yeah, Memphis, the actual Memphis airport's actually popping off pretty good.
Report 491 Foxtrot, descend to maintain 3,000.
Descend and maintain 3,000 on Foxtrot.
4491 Foxtrot, turn left heading 160.
Heading at 160 now, Foxtrot.
Yeah, something's happening in Memphis tonight. Jeez. Don't tell me sorry. Tell the boss sorry. Whatever, man. Wow. A lot of ATC. Even Denver's on tonight. You don't see that very often. So I was looking at the arrival for
4491 Foxtrot, turn right. You're heading 250.
We're heading at 250 now, Foxtrot.
I'm thinking what I want to do here for Louisville is these fixes here, right? They get you lowered really soon, and you end up putzing along at low speed, really far away from the airport. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is go basically from extra, or from extra, I'm probably gonna go direct to runner, and skip all these altitude restrictions, and then basically make 6,000 feet at runner. I see inset. Okay. So Kaizen.
4491 Foxtrot, clear at Maspy, cross Maspy at or above 3000, clear on
Urban,
M straight at
6,000
runway
feet,
34
okay.
right approach.
Alright, just direct to Max.
So here's what I'm thinking for the arrival.
RNAV 34 to approach on Moscow.
So because there's not a lot of traffic at Louisville tonight, right? In fact, I don't even see any aircraft flying there right now. Like, there's nothing. There's nothing there. I'm thinking since we have no ATC and we have nobody that we're gonna bother, I'm probably gonna go ahead and just go once we get to extra. No, that doesn't even work. Once we get to Bumpy, I'm probably just gonna go, or Penby rather, Penby. Look, let me show you. Land. Once I get to Penby, which is here, I'm gonna go direct to Runner at 6,000 feet, and then hopefully we can stay higher longer and not have to putz along at those low altitudes for so long. There's no point in doing that when you're so far out from Louisville, right? Tell you what, let's do some let's start planning our arrival here. So sim brief. Okay, let's do some landing performance calculations here at Louisville. Okay, so we're gonna be doing runway 35 left. We're gonna go flaps 35. I don't want to do maximum. I don't ever do maximum, so I don't like that, but... let's see what I don't think I like the way this calculates stuff, so... Brakes maximum. I don't need maximum auto brakes here. I don't like this. The approach 162. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just do auto brakes minimum.
We're 4491 Foxtrot, wind 350 and 34 right, clear to land.
34 right, clear to land now, Foxtrot.
UPS 2103, contact Memphis Center, 124.27.
2427 for UPS 2103 heavy. Memphis Center, good evening, UPS 2103 heavy with you, flight level 350.
UPS 2103, Memphis Center, roger.
Cool. Alright, let's see how much longer we gotta go in Memphis Center's airspace here. Where are we at? Kansas City Center's on? Wow, I never see those guys on. Look at this, Albuquerque Center's on. What is going on here? This is strange. I normally don't see these ones on, and I see Indy Center on, and now all of a sudden Indy Center's not on, and we have all these other obscure ones like Memphis and St. Louis. That's interesting. Alright. So we got quite a ways to go. Oh, nope. But I'm basically going to ask, as we get close to Bumpy, if I can go direct to Bourbon. Because I really don't want to fly all those other points.
Easy 1212, contact Kansas City Center 125.72. Good night.
125.72, have a good day.
Cirrus 1 Romeo Tango, Paducah, altimeter 3013, contact Kansas City 125.72. Good night.
Alright, 301 tree and over to Kansas 12572. Have a good night. 1 Romeo Tango. You too.
Alright, so 77 miles to go till Bumpy. And that's when I'll call back center and ask him if we can make that direct that I want to do. Oh, hello. Let's see. Let me see if I can say your name right. CJK. Oh boy. I'm gonna call you CJ. Nice to meet you. We're
United 1440, contact Memphis for correction, Nashville approach 119.35.
We're currently over Memphis in Memphis Center airspace.
United 1440.
And about to pick up the MBEL 5 arrival bit. I was looking at the arrival chart, and there's a lot of low altitude restrictions that put you really far out from the airport, and I'm gonna see if I can go direct and skip all of them and just do one continuous descent down to the initial approach fix for ILS 35 right, and save myself a lot of putzing around at low altitude at low speed. Kind of make this go a little faster here. Okay. Oh, Calvin, that's right. Oh, yeah, it's been a while. I remember you, Calvin. We haven't spoken in a while. Yep. Nice to see you back. since we have the time, let's go ahead and review some procedures now. So, if I have my way, I'm going to go from bumpy and direct all the way to Bourbon. And that'll make it way easier for us, right? So, we'll see if we can get clear direct Bourbon. And then from there, we're going to be using the ILS 35 right approach from the Bourbon transition. So there you go. And we'll take a look at that chart right here. So we're going to go straight to Bourbon, and we'll pick up the ILS and fly it in. We need to start at Bourbon at 6,000 feet. The decision altitude here is going to be 664, and the minimum descent altitude is 3,600 feet within 25 nautical miles of the Louisville VOR. So I think I'll go ahead and put that in a nav rad right now on VOR 2, 114.8. 114.8. We'll put that on VOR 2. So within 25 nautical miles, MDA is 600 feet. Yeah, man. When you're trying to learn 5 different planes, you're gonna always be confused, and you're not gonna be, not good at anything. I like to learn one plane really good before I move on to another one. So I recently added the 757 to my stable, and it was struggling. I struggled with it for a couple weeks. I did not know how to operate the systems and the overhead panel, the checklist of flows. None of it made sense to me being an MD-11 guy. But I got good with that too, but one at a time. Master one before you move on to the next. Or you're going to be crappy at everything. Alright, anyway, let's see. The decision altitude is 664, so let's put that in Barrow. 664 Barrow. .664 Barrow set. We got Louisville on VOR 2. Alright, so we got MDA and decision altitude is set. Let's go ahead and start running our descent and approach checklist in. So landing data, we've already checked that. 162, we have plenty of runway. I'm going to use auto brakes, medium or minimum, I haven't decided yet. Probably minimum. The approach briefing, we've just discussed it. It's going to be the ILS 35 right. But let's finish that brief. The decision altitude 664. We're going to pick it up at Bourbon and fly it all the way down. I'll disconnect the autopilot around 2,000 feet AGL, and I'll fly it by hand the rest of the way. The wind is 010 at 11 knots, so almost right down the runway, so we don't have a lot of crosswind component to worry about. In the event of a missed approach, we're going to climb to 1,000 feet. Then we're going to conduct a climbing left-hand turn to 4,000 feet on a heading of 240 outbound the Louisville Radial 279 to Damon intersection, which is DME 24.5 from Louisville, and we're going to hold. So 4,000 feet is the missed approach altitude.
UPS 2103 at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 290.
And Center, UPS 1113, if able, can we get direct to Bourbon? That's Bravo Romeo, Bravo Oscar November.
UPS 2103, roger. Proceed direct Bourbon and at pilot's discretion, descend and maintain flight level 290.
Okay, direct Bourbon and down to 290, pilot's discretion, UPS 2103. Cool. Alright, crew, we are cleared direct Bourbon now. Since he called us up, let's go ahead and go direct. We're going to click Bourbon and we're going to execute. Boom. Now we're going to fly direct to Bourbon, and that deletes all of these crossing restrictions we got to worry about. So now we're down to Bourbon, 6,000 feet. And that changes our top of descent a bit. It pushes it out a ways, which means we can stay up higher for longer. And then he said we are cleared to descend to flight level 290 at pilot's discretion. Well, My discretion is to wait until we get to our top of descent, so we're not going to go down yet. But I'm going to go ahead and set the altitude to 290. So when we get to our top of descent, the autopilot will start flying it down, and that's, again, at our discretion. So the approach briefing is complete. Landing data has been checked. I'll wait to tilt the radar down until we start down, so we'll hold off there.
FedEx 2715, contact Memphis approach 125.8.
Over to approach 2715, see ya.
FedEx 2715, Memphis approach 125.8, good night.
Top of descent's coming up here in about 65 miles. Let's see. 59. Oh, I was way off. All right. Alright, so let's take a look at VATSIM radar again.
UPS 2103, contact Memphis Center 132.55. He is aware that you're direct Bourbon.
Okay, 3255 for UPS 2103 Heavy. Thank you a lot. So long.
Okay.
Memphis Center, good evening, UPS 2103 Heavy, with you flight level 350, direct Bourbon.
UPS 2103, Memphis Center, roger.
Anyway, I was looking at VATSIM radar here. We still got a fair ways to go Memphis Center airspace, so we'll probably start that descent somewhere around here, I'm guessing. Still in his airspace, and clear down to 290, and he'll probably give us lower or give us Unicom at some point there. Got a nice little tailwind tonight. Looks like we're getting about 40 knots, 45 knots out of that? 35 knots, wait. 25, 35, almost 40 knots. A little less than 40 knots tailwind. Now, we're not getting the full 58, because it's coming in a quartering tailwind fashion, right? So we don't get the full additive, right? We just get part of it, due to the angle that it's coming in at. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and tilt that radar down now. There's really nothing out in front of us, so... Okay. Windshield anti-ice. Not required. We have no clouds or any kind of convective activity out here, so we'll leave the windshield anti-ice off. The decision height we've already discussed is 3,600 feet, within 25 nautical miles of the Louisville VOR, which we're already tracking here. decision height is going to be 664 feet. Barrow. Seatbelt sign is on. Altimeters, we're down to the line here, so we'll wait on that. So we're cleared the descent here, we're just waiting on top of descent. Should be about 30, 35 nautical miles, yep.
Airport fuel 773 clear direct Boosh.
Boosh. Boosh.
Fuel 773. Did you set clear direct to Gush?
What?
Bush?
Negative, direct Boosh. I don't know where you're going right now. You have to be flying you're deviating to the left, direct Boosh. That's Bravo, Oscar, Sierra, Hotel. You're filed on Boosh.
Oh yeah, I will delete the waypoint. I'll go direct to Bush. Sorry.
What in the world was that exchange about? Boosh. Direct to Boosh.
American 1623, descend via the Chesney to arrival, Memphis, correction, Nashville heading north, Nashville altimeter 3011.
Alright, we'll descend via and Nashville is 3011, American 1623.
Memphis Center, Skyx 429 Zulu is with you at 3,500.
For 7429 Zulu, Memphis Center, roger.
Okay, about 20 miles to go to top of
Memphis Center,
descent.
good evening. Southwest 1402, 14,000 for 15,000.
Southwest 1502, Memphis Center, climb and maintain flight level 360.
Flight level 360, Southwest 1402. Memphis Center, good evening. Hangar 3045 Alpha with you at 12,500.
Air 3045 Alpha, Memphis Center, roger.
Alright, about 1 minute, we'll start down.
Southwest 1432, amend the correction 1402. For now, amend the altitude, climb, maintain flight level 280.
Right, 280, Southwest 1402.
Alright, stand by for vertical alert. Alright, 2 nautical miles. So, vertical alert. There you go. See? Vertical alert. So we're going to start down. There's our profile bar right here. And then our goal for this descent is to keep that little magenta diamond right in the center of this line here. So, right here is a perfect profile for
American
descent.
2257 with you, flight level 400.
American 2257, Memphis Center, ident.
Alright, now we are descending.
Air Portugal 773, confirm your direct boost. You still don't seem fully direct boost. Remember to go direct boost. Click the direct button or refresh
Come on,
it, direct
come on,
boost.
man, go boosh. Let's go boosh. Let's go boosh, bro.
Portugal 773. I'm at this moment going right to align with the road to Bush.
Okay. You don't need to align with the route. You go direct it. Direct it means direct boost. Direct the fix, not go back to your original route. Direct the fix.
Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy.
Roger, do you
Right
want, so
Look at this.
do you want to give me some vectors?
Oh, my goodness gracious.
I don't need to give you vectors direct the fix, sir. Hold on.
Roger, I will go straight ahead to Bush.
Yeah, that's what... This guy, I feel bad.
Do you have GPS? Are you slant Lima as you filed?
He
Yeah,
just-
I have Navigraph charts. I'm guiding
Oh, boy.
from Navigraph charts.
Oh, no.
Okay, is your aircraft equipment, are you able to go
man.
direct an RNAV fix?
Oh, it's so bad.
With my aircraft equipment, yeah, I can.
Okay, Air Portugal 773 direct boost. That's a 010 track, 010 ready.
Roger.
1,000 to go. Alright, so that wasn't going very well. So, okay, listen.
GPS 2103, leaving my airspace. ND is closed. Frequency change approved.
Over to Unicom. UPS 2103, heavy, so on. Alright, crew.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and keep descent going down. We'll take it down to 6,000 feet. Actually, no, we'll take it down to 10,000 feet and slow her down. There you go. Okay.
We're in 2257 to contact 70 miles northeast of Nashville, flight level 400.
Okay, so we're over to Unicom now. We're done with Memphis Center. Let's talk about this poor guy here. So this guy is Air Portugal. I don't know what kind of plane that is, a CC-22. He's clearly not from around here. He's got about 63 hours on VATSIM. That's not very much. So he's a rookie pilot. I don't think he knows what he's doing. He doesn't know how to go direct boosh. But whatever. I mean, stay out of it. Not my business. Boosh. These crazy European pilots coming over here causing trouble. Hey, aircraft on TCAS off to our 2 o'clock. Let's see what that is. Alright, where are we at? Okay. So, there we go. That's us. And that is the aircraft on TCAS. It is a Southwest 737-800 descending through flight level 250, it looks like. And we're at 250, so hopefully we don't have a conflict here. He might be climbing, actually. No, he might be actually climbing. Alright. No, we'll be fine. We'll clear him. Alright, so we're perfectly on profile here. A little bit fast, but it's okay. Path air is perfect right now. Okay, add drag, see? When it says add drag, that means you need to put some drag out. So in our case, it's going to be some speed brake. Now we're going to put that in until it says to take it out. And, you know, it goes out, take it out. Hey, there you go. There's that Southwest aircraft up there. There's the one that we had on our TCAS. He's well above us now. Okay, let's get the altimeter setting for Louisville again. Let's check the ATIS one last time. So, Louisville, as of 58 minutes ago, we'll have to look for an update. Maybe we can get an updated no. It's still kind of old. 3018, okay. Okay, so coming up in altimeters, let's go ahead and do those now. 3018. 3018. On a standby. 3018. Altimeter set. 3018 and cross check. Okay, and then we're down to the line for exterior lights, waiting on 10,000 feet for that. Hey, looking great on speed, on profile. Alright, let's look up the CTAF frequency as well for Louisville, just in case. It's 124.2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Unicom over here, 122.8 on VHF2. And then we're going to go over to 124.2 for Louisville on the VHF1. So monitoring 2, transmitting and receiving on 1. Okay, still looking great on speed, still looking great on profile. Uh-oh. You guys seeing this? What's going on over here? Uh-oh. Someone's in trouble. That's a police car. I wonder what happened there. There's an airplane there. What airport is that? The cop there. You see that way out there? Oh, what is it? What airport is that? There's some Pappy lights. Let's see if we can figure out what airport that is. Oh, KEKX. KEKX. I have no idea what that is. Let's look it up. KEKX Airport. That is Elizabethtown Regional Airport. Okay. Wow. Check that out. It's got 4.8 stars on Google. Amazing reviews. Hey, if you guys ever need to fly out of Elizabethtown Regional Airport, it's got great Yelp reviews, so keep it in mind. Except there's police activity there. I don't know. Oh, what's going on there, bud? 1,000 to go. All right. So we're coming up on 10,000 feet. We're gonna start slowing her down. Okay, we're slowing her down now. Once we get it down near 250, actually I'll probably throw the slats out about 280 knots just to help slow down a little bit more, and we'll start down to 6,000 feet. But I want to slow her down here. Let's go ahead and do the last step on the descent approach checklist, and that is exterior lights. So let's go landing light, taxi light, runway turn off lights on. Okay, descent approach checklist complete. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of speed brake in here to help slow us down a little bit more. Okay, there's 280 knots. Let's go slats extend. Okay, speed brake retract. Let's go ahead and set altitude down to 6,000 feet. Add a little more speed brake in to help us slow down some more. We're a little bit fast here, but you know, that's alright. Okay, our slats are fully extended now. And you can see the speed brakes up on the wing here. All right, 10,000 feet. Let's turn the music off. We gotta focus now. Okay, there's speed. Speed brake retracted. We are 25 nautical miles away from the Louisville VOR. So that means our minimum descent altitude. We are in no danger of crashing into anything. So looking good. Yeah, real smooth flight so far, right, Nanny Ray? Almost too smooth. Okay, so our speed is, we're starting to slow down to 218 knots, and you'll notice that our pitch is starting to go up a little bit because we're slowing down. We're running out of lift over the wings, so probably gonna go ahead and go flaps 15 now. Yeah, let's go flaps 15. There's the airport. Louisville off to our 10 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and arm, approach, and land. Because as we make this left turn here... at Bourbon, we should be real dang close to the localizer. $1,000 to go. All right, let's take it. We'll go ahead and send the altitude down to 4,000 feet now. Hopefully we'll have the glide slope by then, and then that'll also be our missed approach altitude, so we don't have to mess with it again. Okay, 22 miles from the runway now. There it is, off to the left. Coming left. Okay, localizer's alive. Alright, and FMS speed down to 193 knots. Localizer captured. Alright, crew, let's go flaps 28. Okay, overshot the localizer a little bit, but the autopilot is correcting. Right now, we're just looking for the localizer. Correction, the glide slope. Louisville traffic UPS 2103 heavy on the ILS 35 left approach. Oh, there's glide slope. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and get the gear down. Let's arm the spoilers. Auto brakes medium. Let's go medium. Auto brakes medium. Alright, let's go flaps 35. Okay, glide slope capture. Alright, we're on the approach, guys. Looking good. Alright, before landing checklist. Landing gear down, 4 green. Spoiler handles armed. Auto brakes medium. Flaps and slats, flaps 35 set. Altimeters cross check 3018. EAD check green box. Landing clearance. Louisville traffic UPS 2103 heavy is on final, 35 left. Okay, 2,500 to go. Alright, crew, I'm taking it. Auto throttle's coming off. Autopilot.
Autopilot.
My aircraft.
Stabilizer motion.
Alright, a bit nose heavy here. I've got a lot of trim in. I think the CG is a little bit more forward than normal.
1000.
Okay, getting a little bit low. Correcting.
1000.
Okay, back on the glide path. Continue. Okay, I'm back on the glide slope. Man, this thing is it's a lot harder to land than that 757, man. It's flying so fast. Alright, we're good, we're good. I got it.
100.
The wind is right off the nose. Feels good.
3 approaching minimum. 200. Minimum.
Okay, landing.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay, reversers. Alright, not bad. Manual braking. Versus normal. Right, coming off. Alright, let's stop here and clean up. Louisville traffic UPS 2103 heavy is clear. 35 left. Where are we going? And we're going to be taxiing the ramp 5 via Charlie. Louisville. Alright. Okay, let's do our after landing checklist real quick. Spoiler handle. Retract and disarmed. Flaps and slats up. Auto brakes. Off. Radar switch. Off. Landing lights. Off, and the strobe light is off. We're going to leave the nose and the runway turn off lights on. No anti-ice. Let's go ahead and start the APU. And we'll start working on the stamp trim here once we get moving. Let's go. Alright, that felt like a good landing, but you never know with the MD-11. Yeah, everything that feels good to me ends up being not very good, so we'll check it here in a second. Alright, I had a lot of stabilizer trim in here as well, so let's sort of start dialing that back in. Okay, should be a right turn on Charlie here. Stab trim, 3 degrees, aircraft nose up. Right. This is UPS 3. We want ramp. I want ramp 5. Okay, let's see what this landing rate was. I don't know. Ah, come on. 266. Are you kidding me? Come on. It felt better than that. Alright, step trim is good. Alright, ramp 5 coming up. Oops, wrong one. Alright, now parking spot is the next one. I think it's Charlie 4? Charlie 5, okay. Okay, and here we go, making our turn. Okay, parking brake. Alright, parking checklist. Transponder. Off. Fuel switches. 3, 1, 2. Wing and engine anti-ice is off. Windshield defog off. Emergency power off. IRS switches off. Nose light is already off. Beacon light is off. Wheel chocks. Let's get those in. Let's open her up. Okay, ground power unit, parking brake. We can release that. External power on. APU power off and APU. We'll shut her off. Parking checklist complete. Alright guys, another really nice land. Well, it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was a nice landing. It was okay, but another good flight from Dallas to Louisville here. Honestly, it was about as smooth as they've come. I had no issues. The weather was fine once we got out of Dallas. The plane flew well. We had some ATC. Had lots of people on the stream tonight, so thank you for that. I really enjoyed this one. So everybody that was here, I hope you enjoyed the flight. I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but look at that. Well, it's alright. A little off the center line here. Hey, listen, I'm gonna blame that thing. I was following the cues, okay? Anyway, we're back to Louisville. Another MD-11 delivered. Thank you guys for watching. Check out my Discord if you're not on there. And catch you guys on the next one.